What does John Kelly have to do in this new position, and how much time will he be given to right the ship, as it were?
Well, the same old problems, but also a new growing problem of North Korea. The secret for General Kelly is twofold. First and foremost, he needs to address these leakage of palace intrigue stories that have plagued this administration for the first 6 months. But the second thing that he has to do is work with Capitol Hill. Because when you look at last week and the devastating policy blow of a failure to accomplish health care reform, even when the chief of staff is the former chairman of the RNC, who is buddy-buddy, so to speak, with Speaker Paul Ryan. That's why Reince Priebus was brought into the administration, for his relationships with Capitol Hill. And at the end of the day, he was unable to get health care reform through.
You know, I've interviewed John Kelly when he was Secretary of Department of Homeland Security. He confessed he took that job out of a real sense of duty. Given what you've just described, the importance of the person in this position being able to communicate with Congress to get the White House's legislative agenda through, is that the biggest deficit as you see it here? John Kelly may be a great manager with a storied career in the Marine Corps, but doing that, working with Congress, is going to be something new and something different.
That's what because that is the bottom line. Because now that they've failed on health care, and yes, there is an opportunity for a fix-it type of bill legislation, but even that will be somewhat difficult. And even if it is, it's not fulfilling the conservative promise that Republicans have campaigned on for quite some time. But in order to get something like tax reform done on, I mean, that's really where that's going to be fascinating to watch, because this is someone where you had Reince Priebus, who was working with Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin, Gary Cohn, Senator Orrin Hatch up on Capitol Hill, trying to get to some type of consensus, whereas now you have someone who is very much going to be perhaps not as familiar with that type of fold. That's not necessarily a criticism, because that might be, at least from the administration standpoint, what they need.